Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be playing through Zaerog Infinity with a glorious Awoken Liu Bei push button team. So my setup is on the right hand side in terms of my inherits, and what you need to have is 2 SDRs on every single card that has an inherit, and for the ones that are empty, you need to have either 2 SDRs or a very long inherit to act as a buffer for the delay. Now, the Raws, Lumios, Famios can be used interchangeably depending on what you have at your disposal. However, you must have at least 1 Lumial or 1 Famial on your Liu Bei in order to be able to button through floor 7, which has the Super Kings. If not, you will die a horrible death, and that will be disappointing. So, Team A is the one who starts the dungeon, and they are in blue, and I'm going to be playing through the dungeon basically following the template I have on the right-hand side. So without further ado, I'm just going to hop right into it, and provided my box doesn't get full, maybe I'll do a couple runs just to showcase how the dungeon goes through. So on floor 1, you use your jizz, and you jizz all over the floor with your Ra or Famio Lumial Inherit. That will instantly kill them and keep it so it's still player 1's turn. You will then use your other laser to kill floor 2, and then you wait impatiently for the animations to resolve themselves on floor 3. And after they've done telling you that they're absorbing dark, we are going to use Dios and swipe right. So Dios, swipe right, and this will actually cause it to switch to player 2. Now, this build is quite fast. You do have to make a 0 combo on floor 11. However, it's not too bad. So again, use Dios on floor 4, swipe, 1 combo is beautiful, goes back to player 1. Player 1 again needs to use his second and final Dios and swipes, kills. Now, this is important to note that you have to have Jizz because Jizz is crucial for killing floor 10 because it's 11 floors the dungeon, but you only actually get to bring 10 actives. So by having Jizz being on a 2-turn cooldown, it's actually quite productive. So on floor 6, we're using the laser. I'm using Ra in this case because I need to have Lumial or Famial for the next floor. And here's the Super Kings on floor 7 that you must have Lumial and Famial. So popping the Lumial Famial instantly kills them. The 100,000 is required to actually kill the Super Kings. A Ra will not actually kill them. It does insufficient damage. Again, here, any true damage works that can be inherited onto the Liu Beis, and it is dead. I proceed to use my Dios and swipe, pray for 1 combo. I was close. It'll instantly kill this floor. And then we progress into floor 10, which is the first form of Zaerog Infinity. Now, the first form of Zaerog Infinity has an insignificant amount of health, as well as this horrible combo shield. However, because I have all these SDRs, no one got delayed, and what I'm going to do is simply use Jizz's base active skill to do 99 true damage and instantly kill him, bypassing the combo shield and any shenanigans whatsoever. So Jizz was actually used on the first floor, and then again on number 10. Just because of the way he charges up in 2 turns. So I'm now going to simply make 0 combos. Okay, I always swipe in the top right corner and I don't actually look. So the idea is you can make 0 combos, and all you have to do is basically get the turn to pass back to your partner. The idea of making 0 combos is there's actually less button pressing overall, and that waits out the 75% damage reduction shield. But the idea of like swiping is just 1 movement, whereas if you're passing straight, you press menu, pass turn, confirm. So it's actually a little faster to make 0 combos. So that actually went quite fast, despite the fact that I'm talking. I think I pressed the button on relatively the right time. And then I usually sell the pre-draw and the little insignificant drops. And then from there, you would actually hit play again and say yes, and I'm going to go through it 1 more time just to showcase how fast it can be. So, floor 1, Jizz with the Inherit will instantly kill all the lethal Dragon Seeds. Going for Ra next. And then Ra instantly kills the next floor. The idea of all these true damage active skills is to speed up the process. If you don't have access to all of those buttons, that is okay. You'll just simply have to go a little slower. Maybe match a Dios or a Liu Bei active and just manually match. The idea of this build is that it is as fast as you possibly can go to a certain extent. I don't know, maybe there's a way to do the final floor a little faster without actually having to make 0 combos, but I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong, so maybe this is the second fastest way you could do it, because you're basically using a button on every single floor that cannot be true damaged. So the nice thing about Liu Bei is that it's quite accessible, and this dungeon actually does not have very high damage requirements overall. Now, for this team to be successful, you need to have a certain amount of skill boost. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. I actually have 18 skill boosts on my team. However, I don't think I actually need 18 for success, or do I? I forgot. But I have 18 on my team, and the Lumiel Famule inherits do require a little longer. I think they require 18, but you do get a few Dios turns in between. So I'm going to have a corresponding article to go along with this, which will hopefully summarize those thoughts, because I'm kind of just doing this on my Twitch stream, and I didn't want it to take too much time up. So again, just happily pushing buttons and collecting that sweet, tasty monster points, as well as delicious rank experience. So the 1 combo makes it so it goes faster, and I get to the boss. Again, using Jizz with that short 2-turn cooldown. Jizz is instrumental for this build, to be honest. If you don't have Jizz, you're probably going to have to match, say, 1 floor without any active skill, because he's the only one who's going to charge up fast enough to accomplish this task. So again, on the boss, I'm going to make 0 combos, and I will succeed at 0 combos this time, because, again, for some reason, I always swap in the very top right corner. So he sacrifices me, and I don't really care. I pop Dios, swipe, instantly win. Damage is high. Combos can be annoying. It slows down the clear time, but overall, pretty fast run overall. What, 90 seconds maybe? I don't know. 90 seconds to 2 minutes max. So pretty reliable run overall. No real chance of dying with this build. The only thing that could happen is you're not paying attention. Because even if the latent Tamadra does invade, you have a way to deal with it with either the true damage or a Dios board. If you get an invade, you don't actually change your pattern. You simply continue doing the exact same thing you were doing already. You just go on pretty much autopilot mode, and we'll do it one more time. Why not? I have enough box space, so we'll go for 3rd time's a charm. So maybe I'll get the invade, and I'll just basically showcase that it makes no difference. So provided you have enough SDRs, nothing happens. Like, he tries, I'm pleased to meet you too, but it had no effect. So again, you just jizz and just continue as if nothing had happened. You don't actually change your pattern. And in an ideal world, you want to set up
sensational subscriber detected.
Your active skills in order of usage, either right to left or left to right, just to make it a little easier and more mindless when you're playing through. So for myself, I like going left to right. So that way I don't really get confused, and when it's the person's turn, I just simply look and see, oh, well, this is the active skill I probably need to use. So, to be honest, because I'm playing with myself, it may be a little harder to at least memorize what you need to do, because you have to juggle 2 accounts. But if you are playing by yourself with a friend, you probably have a little bit of an easier time memorizing what your role is, because you only need to know half the setup. So, hopefully this video does provide at least some inspiration how you can button your way through Zaerog Infinity. Obviously, there are countless other variations of how you can tackle this dungeon, just because we are gaining access to, say, either new cards, or maybe you even roll new cards that will allow you to have more buttons on your team. And basically the idea is you want to try and maximize your play time and efficiency, because if you are trying to farm a monster point card, you really want to take as little time as possible when farming these rogue descents. Because even if you say save 1 minute and a lot of cognitive thinking, that adds up to a lot of time saved in the long run, because in theory you could complete significantly more runs in the same period of time, and you're not mentally taxed, because this takes no thinking whatsoever. Like, I've not actually had to make any conscious combo. Perhaps avoiding 0 or 1 combo on the final floor is the hard part once you actually have the team built and formulated. So, finally, I'm just going to use Jizz, kill Zaerog Infinity, or Zaerog Infinity first form. He transforms, 0 combos, and then player 2 makes Dios, swipe, victory. So, thank you very much for watching, to all you ladies and gentlemen on YouTube. hopefully this at least enhances your monster point farming prowess as well as potential or potency to rank up. So let me know what you use in the comments below. Do you have a team that's faster or use a variation of something like this? So hopefully you all have a mantastic day. I wish you the best of luck in farming and happy puzzling. Bye.